Hi, everyone. This is Linda from Lilybug's Library, and this is my, I don't know, third or fourth try at this video. I was having audio trouble with my new mic that I had bought, and it just was not working. So I had to drag the old one back out and try again. I decided that June is going to be June Romance Month, so I'm going to read all romance novels. The reason I decided it was because I think of June as like June brides, June weddings, and I thought that would be a good time to do romance novels. Now, is that really a thing? I don't know. I mean, were you married in June? I mean, tell me in the comments if you were. I was married in August, but I've always grown up thinking of June as being like the wedding month. I don't know if that's true or not. So anyway, I picked out five books. The first one I've started, it's called Mistletoe Summer, and it's a kind of a cozy romance with the small town atmosphere to it, and it involves dogs, which I always like. So it has this woman, Melody, and the guy's name is Cody. And Melody used to be a cheerleader at her local school and college and stuff. And then somehow she didn't go professional. I don't think it said why, but now she's teaching pep rallies and is part of, I guess, the athletic department at the school. But she found herself without, kind of needing extra money. I don't know. Maybe she's only part time or something. I don't know what's going on, but she went looking for another job, and she has a little dog named Mistletoe, and so she went into this bakery where she would buy these high end treats for Mistletoe. And the woman was expanding into the next shop, and she was looking for help with painting and things. Oh, there goes my screen. Oliver just jumped on my table. So that was what she was doing there. And so when the woman hired her, she got introduced to the woman's son, and his name is Cody, and he had been a veteran and came back from whatever military service he was doing with with PTSD and with injury to his leg, and so he's not the friendliest person right now. So she's kind of getting to know him, and he's starting to she's very bubbly, and she's starting to kind of rub off on him. So he's starting to kind of lighten up a little bit. And he has a service dog named Tyrus, who's a golden retriever. And so the two of them are starting to become friends and maybe a little more. So anyway, it's been really good so far. The one of the other books I was going to read was this one, which is called Lightning Lingers. So it says Catherine Barrett, a dedicated young doctor, receives a terrifying phone call from her brother TJ. He's running away to Mexico to save himself and their family from an unnamed killer. He warns her not to come after him and not to go to the police, as there is no one that she can trust. But Catherine realizes there might be someone she can trust. So she turns to her former high school sweetheart, Jake Monroe, the man whose heart she broke a decade earlier. Catherine asks Jake to fly her into a remote and dangerous part of Mexico where no one else dares to go. So it says that it kind of sets them on a path towards adventure and romance, and so it's I think it'll be really good. It's almost a little extra for a romance, like we're having the mystery and everything as well. So that'll be interesting, I think. The next one was called Midnight Promises, and that was one of the ones I just bought as well. So it says when Elliot Cruz first started dating struggling single mom Karen Ames, he did everything he could to make her feel comfortable after her first marriage ended in disaster. Their romance soon became the talk of the whole town, and with a little help from the sweet Magnolias, the loving couple had a wedding worthy of every fantasy. Now, a few years into the marriage, colliding dreams threatened to tear them apart. Elliot's desire to open a new gym in town, the business opportunity of a lifetime, stirs Karen's deep-rooted financial securities. And with a baby on the way, their lack of communication makes her uncertain about the future. And then it goes on from there. So yeah, I think that'll be interesting too. Now this next one, not so sure about this one. This one's called The Cactus, and it says it's similar to Eleanor Oliphant. What's that book called? Eleanor Oliphant is Fine or something. Anyway, I remember reading it a few years ago, and it was okay. But the main character in it's very quirky. Doesn't seem to have much in the way of social graces. And this character in this one seems the same way. You can see I'm just barely into it. It was part of Reese's book club, but that didn't impress me any because usually whatever Reese likes, I don't. So we'll see. But it says for Susan Green, messy emotions don't fit into the equation of her perfectly ordered life. She has a flat that is ideal for one, a job that suits her passion for logic, and an interpersonal arrangement that provides cultural and other more intimate benefits. But suddenly confronted with the loss of her mother and the news that she is about to become a mother herself, Susan's greatest fear is realized. She's losing control. Enter Rob, the dubious but well meaning friend of her indolent brother. As Susan's due date draws near and her dismantled world falls further into a tailspin, Susan finds an unlikely ally in Rob. She might have a chance of finding real love and learning to love herself if only she can figure out how to let go. So, I mean, it sounds good. I don't know. We'll see. And I think it's interesting because when I look on the front and you look at this woman, I don't know how well you can see her, but she doesn't look very old. Like, I don't know, you can't really tell, of course, but I mean, I don't know, 30s, whatever. But so far when I read about the character, she sounds much older. So I don't know. We'll see how it goes. And the last one that I chose because there's been so much buzz about it. The novel is called "It Ends with Us" by Colleen Hoover, and I've had friends tell me they loved it. I've had seen reviews on BookTube and things where people didn't like it at all. It didn't like Colleen Hoover at all. So people seem very passionate one way or the other about it. So it's like, okay, we'll give it a try and see what we think. So with this one, I'm listening to it on Audible, so I just wrote out a little bit about it. So it says Lily hasn't always had it easy, but that's never stopped her from working hard for the life she wants. She's come a long way from the small town where she grew up. She graduated from college, moved to Boston, Oliver, started her own business, and when she feels a spark with a gorgeous neurosurgeon named Ryle Kincaid, everything in Lily's life seems too good to be true. Ryle is assertive, stubborn, maybe even a little arrogant. He's also sensitive, brilliant, and has a total soft spot for Lily. And the way he looks in scrubs certainly doesn't hurt. Lily can't get him out of her head, but Ryle's complete aversion to relationships is disturbing. Even as Lily finds herself becoming the exception to his no dating rule, she can't help but wonder what made him that way in the first place. As questions about her new relationship overwhelm her, so do thoughts of Atlas Corrigan, her first love and a link to the past she left behind. He was her kindred spirit, her protector. When Atlas suddenly reappears, everything Lily has built with Ryle is threatened. So that one sounds really good too, I thought. Now we'll see if reality is based on that back cover. And so those are the ones that I'm hoping to get finished for June. Um, Otherwise, we're just kind of still hunkered down here. There's still fires throughout the province. It seems like every day there's a new one. There's been many, many acres lost, a lot of houses lost. There's a lot of people still displaced from their houses for now until everything's under control. Last I heard, the one closest to us, I think, was 50% under control. So it's been a rough week or so for the province and for everyone in it. They're taking donations for the Red Cross. A lot of stuff going on, and a lot of people helping, which is lovely. Um, our firefighters are working, nonstop. There have been some firefighters that they're bringing in, I think, from the U.S. to help out. So it's been yesterday. It was 30 degrees here, which is I don't know what that is in Fahrenheit anymore, but it's hot. And so I don't know whether that made things a lot worse for them or not. But the good news is we're supposed to get a lot of rain on the weekend, which we could desperately use. So hopefully that will help to calm things down as well. So I haven't been outside the house in a couple of days. It's just the air quality is not great right now. I think if I did go out, I would wear a mask just for that reason, because you don't want to be breathing in a lot of that. So that's what's been going on there. Otherwise, it's been a busy week at work, and I expect it will wrap up that way today. And then over the weekend, I'm going out for sushi with family, and just a lunch out with friends, and so I think it'll all be about food. So just a food weekend. So I hope everybody has a great day and a great weekend. And if you might have noticed, I got a bookshelf back there now. I was getting set to buy one and realized I kind of started looking around the apartment and it was like, oh, I actually have a bookshelf. I can just move things off of that one and put it on this one. And so anyway, I moved some things around and decided to bring it out here. So it'd be something a little more visually appealing. All right, so I hope everybody has a great weekend. Oliver's now asleep on the table where he's not supposed to be, so I'm going to get him off and head off to work. All right, have a great day, everybody. Bye bye.